Okay, let's finally get to doing this thing. So, welcome back to another month of Wales log for Genshin. Month of January 2024. First one for this year, so whee! Unfortunately, yet again, it's another week and a half late, so my apologies once again. The good thing about me delaying my Wales log for this long is, look what my Navia has. Look at that. I didn't have that last month now, did I? Or as of like maybe a couple days ago. So I finally caved, and on the very last day of Navia's banner, Navia and whoever else was with her, I forget who exactly. Man, oh yeah, it was Aya, because I kept getting Mistsplitter, right? So yeah, on the last day I caved. I checked my finances to make sure that I could spare a couple of packs, and fortunately I could, so I decided to go for it. I went in there anticipating I'd have to spend at least like 2 packs at the very least, maybe 3. Because, you know, if you get fucked on weapon ban, that's usually how much it takes to get the weapon you actually want. And by fucked, I mean, you know, get not the weapon you were looking for 3 times in a row, because, you know, or 2 times in a row, and then the third one is actually going to be the weapon you want, because, you know, that's how the weapon pity works in this game. So, yeah, I was expecting that. And actually it turned out to be that way. But it actually ended up not being that expensive, all things considered, just getting verdict for my Navi, because what happened was, I did some weapon pulls on stream. I'm pretty sure I was at the bottom of pity, because I usually don't touch gacha banners, at least not Genshin anyway. Once I roll what I want, as in the 5-star weapon on write-up, whatever it happens to be, weapon or character or whatever. So because of that, usually I can assume that, you know, whenever I start rolling on, you know, any Genshin banner, I'm usually starting at the bottom of pity, or like somewhere down there, you know. So when I started rolling on Navia's weapon banner, the first time I did what I think last week or so, maybe a week and a half ago, and then I had some primo gems built up so I could spare a couple multis, not enough to go to soft pity, but just a couple, I think like 3 or 4, and I got really lucky, got an early 5-star, I think within like I said, 4 multis. Turned out to be Mistsplitter, unfortunately, so I was like, oh, here we go again. So I didn't roll until just the other day, when Navia's banner was on its final day, last 24 hours. And so, yeah, I decided to commit to trying to get verdict, and I think I had to go to soft pity again. But then as soon as I saw the 5-star, I was like scrolling through it, and then I saw Mistsplitter first. I was like, all right, well, here we go. Just click skip. And then when the weapons just like kind of, you know, filter through when you skip a multi, or once you're done rolling an entire multi, right after Mistsplitter, lo and behold, there's verdict. So yeah, even though I had to go to full pity technically for verdict, it actually ended up not being that expensive, actually. In fact, this one pack was the only thing I had to spend to get verdict. Though, to be fair, apparently it turns out I had some Genesis crystals from like a previous pack that I bought. I completely forgot about. I just kind of assumed that I had no Genesis crystals at all. It turns out I did have some. So if I didn't have those gems, I definitely would have had to buy another pack, but thankfully I didn't have to. So my Navia has her own verdict now, which is fucking sick. So I got it immediately to level 90, as you might expect. So, yeah, Navia, let's talk about her. I'm assuming I didn't talk about Navia from last month. Yeah, that can't be right, because 3 weeks ago, it's still December, so I assume that I'd already done my previous Genshin's Wales log, before, I got Navia. So, again, let's talk about her. So here are her stats, at least for mine. And this is her final, well, not her final, but this is the stats that she's working with right now. 83 CR, 184 CD, only 6.5 ER. So, not a lot of ER, but then again, Navia gets energy super fast. So, honestly, you could probably run her with no ER stats at all. And all you would need are, like, you know, decent enough character rotations, and that's it. So, that's good to see, at least. A DPS who really doesn't care about energy recharge requirements. Yeah. Her skills give her a ton of energy, I think. And since she kills shit so quickly, yeah, that also helps too. So, So yeah, no problems with her energy recharge at all. If it were up to me, I would like her to have at least 110, maybe 120. Maybe 120 is a little bit overkill even by her standards. So maybe around 110 energy recharge would be nice. But honestly, with only like one energy substat in her kit right now, like she gets her ult very very quickly. It's not even like any hassle at all. So. That's not really a concern anymore, or it was never a concern with Navia, I feel. So that's good. That's good to know at least. So yeah, her crits now that she has Verdict and she's got an updated. I finally was able to give her a proper 4-piece Nighttime Whispers set, and I'll show you guys that in just a second. This is what her crit stats look like. Very nice. I do want to get her to at least 80-200 CRCD. Because I'm a stickler for like my standard baseline for DPS is like 70 CR, 200 CD, and with Navia, she has the opportunity to maintain at least 80 CR and go up to 200 CD, which will be amazing. So yeah, again, finally got her own copy of Verdict, gives her a little bit of crit rate, which is very nice. Alright, let's check out her artifact set. So, like I said, I was able to give her a complete set of, a complete Nighttime Whispers set, which is obviously her new set, her preferred set. So, I'll start with a cup geo damage bonus. Decent, it's about 27 CB, which isn't bad, but obviously it would have been nice if it went into, like, if the HP roll went, like, crit damage instead. At least it rolled a lot of crit rate. Yeah. So it's not overall. This cup is actually not bad. I mean, considering that getting a good elemental cup is always a fucking massive pain in the ass. As they say, we'll take what we can get. We take those. So yeah, not the best rolls, but considering the rolls into attack percent, HP percent, but they could have definitely been worse. So yeah, for now this will be her personal Geo cup until I can find a better one, whenever that time comes. Her timepiece is definitely her weakest one. This is basically a filler filler timepiece until I can find a better one. Obviously, it didn't roll very well at all. Yeah, it was literally the only one that I had at the time that I got that I rolled Verdict for her weapon. So I was like, let's see if I got an attack percent timepiece. Oh, she does. All right, I don't care what the subsets are. I'm just giving it to her right now. So. Yeah, I will continue whenever I have the chance. I will continue to dump resin into the Nighttime Whispers domain. Try to see if I can get her a better double crit, ideally, timepiece. Double crit ER would be nice. I mean, obviously, her absolute ideal timepiece would be what, double crit, attack percent ER. So we'll see if I'm able to roll one of those. But in case the past basically the past 100 frag resin that I've used and dumped on the fucking waterfall when domain has been any indication, I probably won't be able to expect one anytime soon. So here's to hoping I can score a better timepiece at least. So, or at least a double crit timepiece. That'd be fucking nice, and one that actually rolls decent crit stats. I ain't asking for much here. So yeah. At the very least, I would accept a timepiece that has decent ER crit damage is a minimum, because obviously I wanted to get her to 200% crit damage. So even if a new timepiece of hers doesn't roll crit rate, that's fine, because even without the 7% crit rate, as you saw earlier, since she has 83 right now, it'll go down to 76. I'm still okay with that, though of course ideally I still wanted to be at least 80% crit rate, because she has the opportunity to do that, given how the rest of her substats rolled, or rest of her relics artifacts rolled. God, the problems with when you play both Star Rail and Genshin, you tend to mix and match the terms between those two games interchangeably. I mean, to be fair, you guys already know what I'm talking about. Even if I were to call Genshin artifacts relics and then Star Rail relics artifacts, so it's like, oh, it's not really a problem here. Anyways, here's her feather. Decent feather, could be better, obviously, because Navia doesn't really care for EM. Most Geo characters really don't. I guess technically speaking, Navia would actually care more for EM than other Geo characters, simply because she has a mechanic tied to her picking up crystallized shards, whereas most other Geo characters, all other Geo characters don't. Like the whole Geo reaction between Geo and the core 4 elements in this game, all they do is basically just create a crystallized shard, and that's all Elemental Mastery does for Geo characters. So It's like, yeah, Navi's the only one who actually might theoretically care about EM, but even then she doesn't really, so. Because why would you need to care about your crystallized shield strength when Navia can just shotgun everybody to death? So, as they say, a best defense is a good offense, something like that. Whatever that cliched phrase is. Anyways, this is her feather, 9% double crit, 9% CR, 12% CD. Obviously, it would have been really nice if the Elemental Mastery roll went into crit damage, max roll crit damage. That'd be really nice. But this is what she's working with for now. I may have some better feathers that I could maybe try and roll. Maybe. Maybe this one. Perhaps. See if that rolls crit rate or not. Her flower is actually very similar. A very similar case. Almost looks identical. Almost. Yeah, flat defense, EM. Only difference is that I'm pretty sure both her feather and flower got the exact same amount of rolls, I think. Like substat rolls. I mean, they both had the same exact fucking crit rate. Wow, what a fucking coincidence. So, yeah, another 9.3 CR there. 14 CD here, a little bit better crit damage. Again, if the flat defense roll had gone into crit damage, that would have been a lot better. And matter of fact, if both her feather and flower got one last crit damage rolls instead of, you know, whatever the fuck their dead stats are, that would be, what, around 14 extra CD? And honestly, that could have gotten my Navia to 200% crit damage right there. But alas, that's not what happened, so. And finally, some of you may have seen this from my the clip that I uploaded onto my YouTube channel earlier either this week or last week. I forget exactly when by this point. But this is my new best artifact on my account. The absolute monster that is whatever the fuck this is. Yeah, this is I kind of can't believe I still have this artifact. If you guys have watched that clip, you guys would know that I mentioned directly on stream that, yeah, this has never happened to me in 3 years of playing this game. I mean, just mathematically speaking, and with our knowledge of like how the substat pool in Genshin Impact works, how crit rate, crit damage, and elemental mastery are like some of the lower weighted stats. In other words, you're less likely to get those stats, and you're a lot more likely to get, you know, shitty substats like flat stats and HP percent and attack percent and shit like that. So, yeah, like we've always known that penta stats is like statistically, like, it's the equivalent of you winning like a small lottery or some shit. I'm sure, something like that. So, I mean, hey, maybe winning the lottery would have been better, but in the meantime, I'll take this one for now. Oh yeah, this is not just Navia's best artifact. This is the best artifact on my entire account, period. I have rolled other penta substat artifacts before. Like, obviously, I've rolled like penta flat stats. Who hasn't by this point? For anybody who's played Genshin for longer than a year. But again, I think my previous the other penta stat artifact that I can think of right now, I think I might have 2 other penta stats, if I recall correctly. But the one that I know right now off the top of my head, other than the one that Navia has, obviously, is this one. The flower that my Jean has, double crit and energy recharge. This is one of the first artifacts that I actually rolled way back in the day. You can tell because it's a maiden set, a freaking maiden set, and this managed to roll penta ER. So that's what allows my Jean to have this freaking crazy ass stat lineup of double crit, basically 1 to 2 crit rate, crit damage ratio, and still maintain 200% ER. Well, that and she's running Skyward Blade, so. Even still, though, I'm very proud of my Jeans' setup here, though. Always has been. Like, I haven't needed to change it in God knows how long. She still works perfectly fine to this day. But yeah, anyways, back to this crazy-ass piece. Yeah, I'm still kind of in disbelief that this even still exists. Like we all as Genshin play. If any of you guys are hardcore Genshin players, right, and you guys are obsessed with min-maxing your character stats, let's be honest, we all daydream, dream of this shit. The day that would come when we're rolling an artifact and by some fucking miracle, by some hand of God, we roll 5 times into like crit damage, crit rate, or some shit like that. So, like, this is genuinely absolutely fucking insane, and I doubt I'll get a better artifact than this, at least not for a long while. So, I mean, the only thing that could make this better is if the flat attack were attack percent instead. Then that'd be fucking amazing. But yeah, and obviously it could have been better. Obviously, if it had max rolled substats every single time. I'm pretty sure the max crit rate subset you can have if you penta roll crit rate is like 23.4 or something like that. So because it's basically 3.9 times 6. Because, you know, assume the artifact rolls 4 line start and then, you know, defaults with 3.9% crit rate and basically add 5 more 3.9s to it. So 3.9 times 6, whatever that turns out to be. Probably, like I said, like 23.4, 22.4. I can't do math right now. So, yeah, I'm very proud of this artifact. I mean, this artifact alone, like, basically single-handedly makes up for the fact that she doesn't have a great timepiece. So, yeah. This is her artifact, and her artifact alone. I ain't taking that shit off her anytime soon. Not for anybody, you hear me? So, but yeah, obviously, like I said, the biggest concern with my Navia's kit right now, or her gear right now, is the fact that her timepiece is absolutely god-awful. So, I will try to look for a better one, and hopefully look for some better flowers and feathers, because these are decent, but they could definitely be better. So, anyways, those are Navia's artifacts there. Obviously, she's only C0. I haven't even bothered taking a look at what I'm missing out with their constellations, because base Navia just fucking wrecks. she fucking owns already. You can tell how old I am with how I use the word own as an internet slang. But yeah, Jesus, like, I don't really care that she's C0. Like, I like her enough at this point where if I had the money, I would definitely C6 her without any hesitation. But, like, at the same time, I really don't feel a need to. Because, yeah, she just kind of shotguns people into oblivion. That's the end of that, so. Constellations? What constellations? Who cares about constellations when you're just so strong you don't need them in the first place? Anyways, these are her talents. I've obviously worked on her skill first. Now currently working on her ultimate, and that should be level 9 by next week, hopefully. And obviously I'll go work on her normals. I do like the fact that Navia does like gain at least some benefit from leveling all of her talents, because normally most characters in Genshin, like 2 of their talents are really useful and then 1 of them really isn't. Obviously with a couple exceptions, of course. Usually most characters you just want to level their skill and their ultimate, and that's pretty much it. But I do appreciate the fact that since I'm the type of person to just max level everything, max level every character's talents, all of them, I do appreciate the fact that Navia can actually get some use out of her normals, because, you know, when she uses her shotgun, she infuses herself with Geo for like 4 seconds. So, yeah, so it's quite nice to see that she makes full use of all of her talents. Normal, skill, and ultimate. So that's very nice to find. That's very nice to know. And she's definitely my next triple crown candidate. Matter of fact, I'm so hard locked into triple crowning her that I haven't even finished crowning my Farina yet. I mean, I did give her crowns where they matter, obviously, because, you know, free and normal attacks, Omega lol. But yeah, I was in the middle of leveling her normals, and then as soon as Navia came out and I used her, I was like, nah, U-turn, and transitioned over to leveling her talents straight away, pretty much. So the week that Navia came out, I was like, actually the week that Navia came out, I'm pretty sure I already used her, that week's weekly materials to level up Farina's talents or whatever. So had I not done that, my Navia would already be on 699, but that's fine. It's alright. There will always be more weeks to farm weekly materials from, so all I gotta do is wait. So, yeah. Navia will definitely be my next Triple Crown candidate after Farina. Matter of fact, well, how many crowns do I have right now? 3 actually, so not bad. Not a bad stash. So, and we'll get more in the future. Actually, I think I can get one more from the fountain thingy, the fountain ladder, point ladder, in Fontaine. Not in the city, but on the other side. This place. This one, yeah. Whatever this is called. Fountain of Lucine, yeah. So, I'm pretty sure I have one more crown that I can get from there, because I think my fountain level is like 30 something, like high 30s. So, I still have the last one at 45 to obtain, so that's good to know. So, I have 4 crowns at my disposal currently. So, yeah, that's my Navia build as of right now. Don't think I've changed anything with Farina. I did actually change one artifact with Kokomi while I was grinding for Navia artifacts, and I'm pretty sure it was her feather, because I had a spare feather. This was her old feather. Had a little bit of HP, had a little bit of ER, had a lot of attack, and so I was like, thinking about it, I was like, does Kokomi need attack? Right? Like, does she even benefit at all from attack? Because, like, Kokomi is firmly in the era where HP scaling characters really only scale with HP, even if they do damage. Like, she's not from the era, like, the year 1 HP scaling characters like Zhongli or Hu Tao, where even though they do scale with HP, they can still take some attack stats. Like, attack stats are not useless on them. Like, they can actually make use of them, because that factors into their damage. Whereas with Kokomi, I'm not sure if that's the case, but I'm guessing they really don't. So yeah, I managed to I had this spare feather lying around, so I decided to level this one. And so yeah, it rolled 3 times into HP, two or three times at least, and it rolled either once or twice into defense percent, and once into flight HP. So technically, I think this was a 4-line start. Technically speaking, I guess there will only be 1 dead stat, or 1 dead roll, because she can at least make use of flat HP. So, but yeah, if it is the case that Kokomi purely scales off of HP like I think she does, then yeah, this feather should be a straight upgrade from whatever the fuck this was. It does kind of suck that she's losing a little bit of ER, but after trying her out even without this piece, and where she has only 128 ER, I think her energy rotation is still good enough. Like, I haven't had a problem with her getting her ult up as quickly as before or anything like that, so that's nice. Everything else is the same, I believe. Yeah, still the same Hydro damage bonus cup. Technically, I guess I could try looking for something better, because obviously the defense percent could have gone to HP instead, but I mean, ER, EM. I guess the EM isn't bad, consider all things considered. Here's our timepiece. I guess I could change her timepiece. Funnily enough, this is my only other HP set, and guess what? It's double crit. Guess what Kokomi doesn't want to do? Or I should say, guess what she can't do? But yeah, I'll have to see if I have another HP percent timepiece, which I don't. So I'm gonna have to go either strong box for it or go farm it or whatever. Because yeah, could definitely change this to HP. Then again, though, this did roll like a couple times in the ER, so I'm sure this is gonna be kind of hard to replace. Because I certainly don't want Kokomi's ER to go anything below like 20% for sure. So anything that has HP percent and ER. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, let me backpedal a little bit. I can't get HP percent as a subset because it's already her freaking main set to begin with. So yeah, like I guess this is as good as it's gonna get. Now that I think about it, maybe I guess if it had EM, that'd be nice too. But I mean, I'm not really looking for EM on Kokomi, to be fair. Unless I wanted to specifically go for like a, I don't know, like a reverse vape team with Kokomi as my DPS. I mean, I can do that. And my Kokomi is C6, so I guess it wouldn't be the worst idea. But in any case, I guess I don't really have to change her timepiece now that I think about it. This is her feather. This is not feather. Flower. Again, more ER. Lots of HP percent. Very, very nice. And then, yeah, her healing damage. Her healing bonus circlet. I guess this is one that I could change. Yeah, I could change this because it's rolled God knows how many times in attack percent, and it's those rolls could have been a little bit better if it had gone into like HP. And of course, maybe I could look for an ER HP percent substat circlet as well. Anyways, but yeah, that's my Kokomi for now. And I believe the other last major change that I've made to a character is Mr. Albedo. So I've talked before about how I wanted to switch Albedo's artifact set to Husk, 4-piece Husk, and I finally was able to do that because I needed to dump. I needed to strong box fodder shitty 5-star relics artifacts into strong box because I was hardcore farm. I've been hardcore farming Navia's artifact domain recently, and so yeah, I was able to transition him. Unfortunately, his stats are not the greatest, as you can see here. At my chat's insistence, I actually went out of my way to give him Cinnabar Spindle, because he's literally the only guy. He's the only character in the game to even be able to use this, because again, main stat defense. But I was like, may as well. So he now uses Cinnabar Spindle. So there you go. But yeah, his stats are definitely not the best. Yeah, there's potential here though, and let me explain. So 72 CR, 111 CD, only 11% energy recharge. I don't think Albedo needs that much energy recharge anyway, so his low ER doesn't really concern me at the moment. Pretty sure his ultimate is only 60. Actually, it's only 40 ult cost. Holy crap, I thought it was 60. What the one was only 40. Okay, then yeah, only having 11% ER is not a concern at all, especially because I use my Albedo in mono Geo teams anyway. So yeah, he's gonna be getting a ton of energy from all his Geo teammates in the first place. So yeah, I definitely don't need to worry about that at all. Anyways, let's take a look at his artifact pieces in depth. I did have a better Geo damage cup that did roll double crit, and I did delete that. I know for a fact that I deleted that because I was trying to look for a better Navia cup, and this was before I made the decision to try to switch Albedo's piece. So I'm still kind of kicking myself in the ass for deleting that previous Geo cup. It wasn't great, but it was still double crit, and that would have helped a lot here. Because considering Albedo's using Cinnabar Spindle now, and that's already giving him 69% defense, nice. Like, this cup would have been nice, would have been okay, but, again, his weapon's already giving a fat stack of defense percent. I don't know how much he's really going to make use of another 22% from his cup. But that being said, it's still his best one for now, so I gotta deal with this shit until I can, maybe find a better Geo damage bonus cup. I mean, I can try looking to see right now if I do happen to have one, but yeah, the answer is probably no. Because yeah, like this is his other option. Actually, this might be the third penta substat artifact that I was talking about. Yeah, because this must be it. Because 35% energy recharge. This actually has more ER than my Jeans' penta ER flower. So yeah, this must be it. Yeah, so 3 penta ER substats, I guess. I don't know who the fuck wants to even use this. I guess Ningguang, but Ningguang because it has attack percent and crit rate. But like, why the hell would Ningguang even want 35% energy recharge? So yeah, I don't know who the fuck would even want this. Because we would need to have another like offensively oriented support character like Jean, but Geo, and who knows when we're gonna get a character like that. So I guess it'll stay here for the time being until somebody shows up, some Geo character shows up who kind of works like Jean, or whose substats kind of work like Jean. But in the meantime, I'll keep it around for the time being. But yeah, I guess I can get rid of this because this rolled really, really shitty. But yeah, like, I don't really have a lot of other good Geo cups, so this is the best I can do for now, so hopefully I can find a better one at some point. Self-modeling resin in Genshin Impact when? Anyways, this is his timepiece. All things considered, his timepiece did roll pretty damn well. I mean, the attack percent rolls... I think it rolled like once or twice. Could have gone into crit damage instead. That would have been nice. But yeah. Not a bad timepiece, at least. I believe his feather and flower are both appropriate. They could be better, but they're pretty good for the time being. Again, 6 double crit, 6 crit damage. I think this one's kind of unfortunate because I think this is a 3-line start, but this ended up rolling like really low. Because if it rolled everything in the crit stats and it was a 3-line start, then it double rolled crit rate, which is okay. It's decent. I think it was probably 2.7 and 3.9, so min roll, high roll, a max roll. I guess it's not bad, but the 3 rolls and the crit damage could have been better. I think maybe. And actually, now that I think about it, probably not. Yeah, probably not. I think 25% CD after actually 3 rolls. No, the 24. If you only have 25 CD after 3 substat rolls into crit damage, then yeah, no, they fucking min rolled that shit. Yeah, because 3 crit damage rolls, you could potentially get like 30 crit damage out of that. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But you know, it's the most appropriate feather that I have for him. And finally, his flower next. Double crit. I mean, shit, bro. This one rolled insane, technically. Because, yeah, this is what? 28, 29. Yeah, this is technically a 40 CV artifact. Which is absolutely insane because it doesn't look like it. And then you realize, oh shit, this thing has 14.8% crit rate. And he was even able to spare a roll into attack percent, which is fucking insane. Yeah. I mean, it would have been better for a defense percent, but whatever. He has enough defense percent already, so yeah. Only a quad roll crit rate, and it was still able to hit 40 CV. It must have max rolled the shit out of crit rate. Holy god. So yeah, 311. Damn. Again, the extra like if the attack percent roll had gone into crit damage instead, and my crit damage rolls were a little bit better, like they had high rolled more. Yeah, holy fuck. This could have been like a 14.8 crit rate and like 20 plus CD artifact. So, goddamn. Anyways, it's still really good though. And this will definitely be Albedo's piece. Next is a circlet. His circlet for sure is his weakest one. Like, this is literally a penta flat HP artifact. Like, don't doubt me when I say that I've rolled multiple penta flat stat artifacts before, and this is perfect proof of it. And so yeah, this is the best one that I have for him so far, so gotta make do with that. This for now. I will definitely be continuing to continue to strong box husk pieces. So yeah, in order to try to get him a better crit rate circlet that can roll a lot into crit damage. Because if it does, oh boy, now we're back and we're so back with Albedo. I actually haven't used Albedo yet ever since I switched his artifact set to 4-piece husk. So I'm actually kind of curious to know how well he performs now with his new setup, with his new loadout. So, but yeah, and that should be his last artifact. Yeah. So currently I'm looking to replace his 2 weakest pieces for sure are his circlet and his cup. But both of those are going to be very painful to replace. So, gotta deal with that in the meantime, though. But hey, hopefully we'll be able to get him up to speed, get him up to par, or at least get his crit damage a little bit higher. Like, I wouldn't mind sacrificing some of his crit rate because he's got 72% crit rate. And I'm okay with Jean having like 65, 130. So like I think my minimum standard for Albedo is 65 crit rate and 130 crit damage. Like I'm willing to sacrifice a bit of crit rate to get him more crit damage. So yeah, just gonna be on the lookout for better replacement pieces, I guess. I'm thinking Wanderer. Once I'm done with Albedo's artifacts. Once I'm done strong boxing husk pieces, I think I'm gonna make Wanderer my next one. Actually, no, I don't think I can because his artifacts, his Desert Pavilion artifacts, I don't think are available in strong box yet. Yeah, we need to wait for Natland to come out because yeah, that's how strong box pieces work. So Actually, so yeah, on the on second thought, maybe our Wanderer may have to wait for a little bit longer. But in any case, I believe that's it. I have steadily been working on talents, as you may guess, or as you may be aware. So, oh yeah, that's right, I got another constellation for Kaveh, because I got a random ass Kaveh spook while I was going for like weapons or something. So there we go. Anyways, going over all of the Fontaine characters so far that we've had. Let's see, who's the first one? Fremine? Yeah, Fremine is 999. He's got full talents now. Haven't worked on Charlotte's talents yet, because obviously she uses the newest weekly boss materials. And I've been using all of them for Farina and Navia so far. So I'm thinking once I'm done with those two, I'm done triple crowning those two, then I'll start working on Charlotte's talents. Unless, of course, we end up getting another character where they also take the newest weekly boss materials, and I somehow like them even more than I do Navia and Farina. So, yeah, Charlotte's kind of on the back burner, which makes me feel bad because I like Charlotte, actually. She's kind of fun to play, and she's cute. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Charlotte, but you will have to wait a little bit longer for your talents. But yeah, there's Charlotte. In the meantime, though, my Lynette is max talents as well. She did get an additional constellation, just like Kaveh from earlier. At some point, I forget when exactly I got her C3. I'm assuming when I was rolling for Navia. I forget exactly when though. So yeah, most of the Fontaine 4 stars are max talent. I think we've only had 3. No, technically 4, because we have Cheverus in the game now. Chevy. I don't have her yet, as you can see here. I do plan on rolling for Chevy a little bit just to get at least one copy of her, because obviously I already have both Yoimiya and Raiden at C6, and I'm in no position to be rolling right now, as you may know. So yeah, I just want one copy of Chevy. Haven't been able to roll the banner yet. I may have to wait until the very last moment on their banners to try to go for a last-minute copy of Chevy. If I do that, I will let you know with the next month's Wales log. But for now, the 4-star Fontaine characters that I do have are these 3, with the exception of Chevy. So I guess there are 4 4-star Fontaine characters in the game now. So, my bad. In any case, as for the 5 stars, haven't been able to work. Actually, no, I'm lying. I did work on Hydro Traveler's talents a little bit, but only because the weekly materials that Hydro Traveler needs, Hydro Lumen needs, are from the last Sumeru weekly, the second Sumeru weekly, the big plant animal guy. And so it turned out that it so happened that the levels going from 6 to 7 for a Traveler needed a weekly material that I wasn't really using anymore, because all the other 4 stars are basically done using them. So I'm able to get her talents to 7, 10, 10. But yeah, now she needs the ferns, the world span ferns, and I think Novelette needs them. Maybe he doesn't need them. Maybe he needs something else. Let's check real quick. No, he needs something else. He needs the Ever Ambers. Okay. But yeah, I'm assuming, and I think Wriothesley was our last character who needs Sumeru weeklies, and he needs these, the primordial green blooms, whatever. I believe he shared that with Lenny. Yeah, he shared that with Lenny. So yeah, now I'm actually free to work on Hydro Traveler's next level of talents, because she's the only one who needs these world span ferns now. Now that all the other Fontaine 4 stars who came up before Farina are done. I'm done maxing out their talents now. So yeah, she can take those now. And yeah, Lenny should be max level now, or max talents, 999. And yeah, I've been working on my Wriothesley, because now that I believe Lynette needed Ever Ambers. Let me double check real quick, wherever she is. Let's see. Yeah, so Lynette needed Ever Ambers. Now that she's done using them, my Novelette has been using them himself, because he needs them too. So yeah, Mr. Novelette is almost max talented. Max talent, that sounds kind of weird. So Linny's already done, like I said earlier, and Mr. Risley. I'll be working on his talents next now that the green blooms are no longer needed by Linny. So there's the talent upgrade situation, and that should be about it. Reviewing the map real quick. I have made some progress on my map exploration. Some. Maybe these numbers were the same as before, but in case they're different somehow. Let's see, what's the number on that? It's like 86%? Yeah, okay. So 86% on that, 93%, 83% on Liffey, the Liffey region, ocean, whatever. Body of water. 93% on the Institute, Fontaine Institute. And then 95% on Quarter Fontaine, 82% in the forest. I'm surprised I was able to do that much progress on the forest already. I guess the forest area is a lot simpler than I thought it was. 97 on Beryl, 95 on Bellow, and yeah, as you can see here, the Mort region is still my least explored. Mainly because I'm sure you can guess. I still have to do a lot of the stuff down here. Like for example, I still haven't fought the local jellyfish boss here yet. I've passed by him a couple times. I've even aggroed him a couple times, but I didn't feel like fighting him, so I haven't done that yet. But eventually, I know I gotta fight him. I'm sure you get an achievement for that too. But yeah, a lot of stuff here, and I guess over here too that I haven't explored yet in real depth. So, but yeah, and as you can see, I haven't even done the I have not progressed the main quest ever since 4.2. Ever since Farina's quest came out. So I have to catch up on that at some point. Not sure when I'll be able to though. So, anyways, this is a long-ass Wales log, closer to how long they usually are whenever I get new characters, and I like to talk about what's going on. So, anyways, that should be it for this video. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next month. Peace.